right, guys. This one's going out to Talenton. Appreciate the paid request, man. Big supporter of the channel. So, let's get into it. Lupe Fiasco, Mural. He was one of the first hip-hop artists I was put onto, like when I first started getting into hip-hop. But this one looks like it's going to be a little bit longer. So, we'll get right into it, man. Lupe Fiasco, Mural. Here we go. There's a lot of familiar sounds in this already. That piano, and some of the high-pitched vocals. Maybe it's just similar to things I've heard before, but let's keep going.
We're all chemicals, vitamins and minerals, and Vicodin within the tubes wrapped around the arm. The seeded vein like a chicken on the bond. Top cat chat, let's begin another yawn. Let's flying sausage cheese, or is it chicken palm? But roosters don't fly like boosters don't buy. So what powers cowards to get them to the top?
Roosters don't fly like boosters don't buy. Boosters, slang for somebody who's robs people of things. You boosted a car. So already, man, I'm going to be doing a long form breakdown of this. That's going to be posted separately. This is just my first initial reaction, but he had a line about what was it, Vicodin in an IV like wrapped around your arm or something. So I wonder if that's kind of a way of saying, look, like we're all kind of sedated, or like we haven't reached our full potential, or haven't had our eyes open maybe. But let's keep going here. I'm curious to see I love Lupe because he puts so much thought into his work. It's not just mindless booty rhymes. He's a very people say conscious rapper, but it's such an overused phrase in my, like, people I've talked to. It's a really loosely used phrase, but Lupe really does go into depth about things. So let's keep going here.
Roosters don't fly like boosters don't buy. So what powers cowards to get them to the top? Just to fall asleep, listen in the Bach. The ribbon in the sky is the ribbon that I drop. Dribbling the eye across the prism of a clock that lacks meaning, but racks up stacks of fat reading to catch chief and wrapped up plants from trap dealings. Now what's a coffin with a scratch ceiling? And what's the talking without the match feeling? That's berry living and cherry picking every lemon from your berry system, then proceed with the pack feeding. When I was young,
man, so when I do the long form breakdown, it's going to be a long one, man. I can tell already. I mean, what's the talking without the matched feelings? Meaning like, are you connected to the words you're saying? Like, when you say some shit, is it real? Do you mean it? Is it genuine? So I won't get into it too much on the reaction, man, but yeah, man, big problem in our society in the U.S. personally, and I'm assuming there's problems everywhere in the world, but definitely in the U.S. I've noticed it a lot, man. So
I had visions of another world, sneaking looks at the porn stash of my brother Hurl. Incense smoke made vortices and other curls, casting calls for porn films and ad space for rubber girls. I like my pancakes cutting swirls, Moroccan moles and undercover squirrels. I like cartoons, southern cities with large moons, faith healers, ex-female drug dealers, and art booms. Apologize for my weird mix, what tastes like hot dogs and tear drips, and looks like pantomime.
Apologize for my weird, like how he mixed the song. It's kind of, and maybe that's what he's talking about, or he's talking about his mixed race. People get that, his complexion. For those of you who don't know, mixed race is like referring to someone who's, you know, dad's black, mom's white, or vice versa, and so they have mixed race.
Faith healers, ex-female drug dealers, and art booms. Apologize for my weird mix. What tastes like hot dogs and tear drips.
Yeah, so once again, it could be referring to the song or both, or it could be a double, you know, meant to be interpreted as I apologize for my weird complexion, because it throws some people off, and there's a big thing in the black community about complexion as well. But also, you know, the weird mix of the song, but you mixing and mastering a song, it's how it's all kind of composed, so to speak.
It looks like pantomime and clear bricks. It smells like shotguns and deer piss. They on they hunt, kinda salty that I'm going hard. First part of a party that I throw in pods. 1 minute you playing pool, next minute you throwing darts. But that's how you do with a party that you throwing bars. I run the gambit like I'm throwing cards. From popular mechanics to overdosing hard. Paint cold pictures like Nova Scotian landscapes. Nerd gang, McMandelbrot sets when we handshake. Word game back up.
Man, dude, man. Paint cold pictures like Nova Scotia landscapes. I want to say that's either in Canada or it's like it's on the, I want to say it's the eastern coast. You guys correct me, but I want to say it's in the eastern coast, a very beautiful area. But I believe it's coastal, and it's a very beautiful area, but it is cold. It's a big tourist spot, so.
Landscapes, nerd gang, McMandelbrot sets when we handshake. A word game back up, playing that can damn lakes back up. The word playing that the man states means I can still be the man if the dam breaks. And when demand breaks, some reflections what they can't face. But Pyrrha still treat the mirror like it's a fan base. The unfettered veteran, the eagle feathered man of medicine that.
The unfettered veteran. Unfettered meaning unshaken. You know, like firm veteran. Obviously, Lupe's been around for forever, man. I don't know when he officially started, but I know, I want to say one of his earlier I want to say he had a mixtape before the album with the A on it. Lasers, was it? Was it Lasers? And that was the show will go on was on that. I want to say he had a mixtape before that, but it might have been after, man. But Lupe has been around for forever, for sure.
Damn breaks, and when demand breaks, some reflections what they can't face. But Pyrrha still treat the mirror like it's a fan base. The unfettered veteran, the eagle feathered man of medicine that hovers above cities like weathermen, or maybe weather woman. Whatever better to tell you weather coming. I prefer girls to rain all over the.
Dude, he said weatherman or weather woman, whatever's better for telling for weather's coming. Whether you're coming, there's a big thing with women where you either can't tell or, you know, you don't know if they've got you. So I wonder if that was a double he snuck in there too, man. Oh, dude. Yeah, man, Lupe, dude. Let's keep going.
Maybe weather woman, whatever better to tell you weather coming. I prefer girls to rain all over the world. And not rain like Rain Man, or rain like rain dance, or rain like a slight chance of rain when it's rain, and a rain like deer slaves to Santa Claus, slave man, but rain like queens that reign over made man and not.
Dude, so he goes with the weather, the rain, right? And then he's got the rain, like I reign like a king, and then he goes rain, you know, rain them in, or like the reindeers. Man.
Queen like queen killer, Rhapsody Bohemian queen, but queen like white glove, wave hand. And not wave hand like it's a heat wave, so you make a fan by waving your hand. I'm talking wave like you saying hey.
Bro, stop it. Stop it, dude. Fuck, man. What the fuck, dude? Talent, man, fuck you for doing this to me, bro. But I've started writing again a little bit, man, and oh, what the hell, dude? When I do the long form, man, fuck it, it's gonna be like 2 hours, bro. I'm gonna have to schedule that bitch out. It's gonna take me a while, man, but I know you'll be there for it when I do it. But I gotta figure out when I have the time to do that, because I'm gonna be going back to work soon, man. But oh, we'll see, dude.
It's a heat wave, so you make a fan by waving your hand. I'm talking wave like you saying, hey, man. And not hate for horses and horses like you almost voiceless. You gotta treat your vocal cords like it's a fortress and treat every single one of your words like reinforcements. And especially when you're recording, cause that's the portion that's...
What the fuck, dude? Treat your voice like a fortress and build up the walls for reinforcements, dude? What?
And not hate for horses and horses like you almost voiceless. You gotta treat your vocal cords like it's a fortress and treat every single one of your words like reinforcements. And especially when you're recording, cause that's the portion that's important. When I was reporting that I was poor, but now I'm more than. It's still hooker hills on my sugar hills and sweet spots. Crying shames make margarita rims from cheek tops. Deep plots and floor to ceiling windows for my pea pots. A little scene, swift as sickle swings to make the wheat drop. In 100 words for them hummingbirds that like to eavesdrop and fan out like peacocks with a parakeet that beatbox. So the sun rise when the beat drop and the sun dies when the beat stops. Then it unties, then it relocks, then it relapse, then it detox, then he back like a heat pack on his kneecaps at the weak spot, cause he want what we got, like yeah.
Dude, Lupe is not given enough respect in the hip-hop world, man. Like, underrated for sure, man. I haven't followed a lot of his new discography. I just haven't followed anyone's new discography in general. But Lupe, man, I mean, incredibly in order to do what he just did, people don't understand how difficult it is to write it and then execute it. And you enunciate certain words and certain parts, and if there's a tonal shift mid-line, you have to rehearse that and practice it. There's not many tonal shifts mid-line in this per se, but I mean, each thing you do, each phrase you say, you know, it's, man, definitely, I mean, top tier for sure. Well,
like a young ornery Morrissey, then spit it to the golden lock thoughts who like they porridge all watery, not scorching nor sorbity from the still orbiting sorcerer sorcery coming down gorgeously, just like a Stacey Dash waterfall, a more torturing a waterboarding Barbie doll, a river of women like Brazilian carnival, swimming in feminine bikinis made out of barbasol. Somebody give them the volleyballs.
I don't get the Brazilian women like, a river of women like Brazilian carnivore. I don't know what that's a reference to. No, I was thinking of this other, never mind. I don't know that I know what he's talking about.
Waterboarding Barbie doll, a river of women like Brazilian carnival, swimming in feminine bikinis.
Oh, carnival.
He's made out of barbasol. Somebody give them the volleyballs. If you love her, don't ever send her to Molly Malls. Homie, if she lonely, she might end up in Macaulay's claws. Coming out the closet over goblets down at Mardi Gras. The fame, champagne, walk of shame.
Oh my god, dude. I don't even care if people get pissed at the pausing, dude. Marley Marl, who is he? I know he's done some work with KRS, but I can't remember at this moment what he's what his main thing is, man. But I know he's done a lot of work with KRS-One. Huge, huge founding. Like he's like a James Madison, Alexander Hamilton. He's like a founding father of hip hop. KRS-One is, man, for sure.
Coming out the closet over goblets down at Mardi Gras. The fame, champagne, walk of shame, lobby call. My rap position was black condition and activism, ammunition for abolition missions, attacking systems, but they not after listen, less is dropping no Activision. Are we apps or are we bodies filled with apparitions? Operating applications stuck inside an Apple prison. Chicken hacking, download updates that lack religion. Or are we more then soil tainting, disloyal changelings, preoccupied with boy and goyle, chasing and foiling others royal saintings. I sit back and watch the world through eye holes in my oil paintings. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Unless you Virgin Mary, nothing do it but to trust. Believe all that. Unless you judge, life is not a dictionary.
Man. So he said he talked about doing it, and then he's like, unless you're the Virgin Mary, basically, and then he goes on to say, and then believe that, unless if you're Jewish, because in the Jewish faith, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but they don't believe that Jesus was the Son of God. They believed he was a prophet, but not the Son of God, and so he said, believe it unless you're Jewish, man. I believe that's what he's talking about. Oh, and then stuck inside an Apple prison. I mean, he's obviously referring to the massive corporation that produced this. Like, I won't. Once again, a lot of this will be for the long form, man. But I'm just catching a few things here and there. It's like Lupe, man.
And I feel like a missionary to a clitoris, the water bearer air of traditions that I swear to never change my chair position or conditions of my porridge. Submission for sedition against the religion of a chorus.
Damn, dude. So he recalled back. Oh, fuck, man. He recalled back to the earlier line where you said, he said your gold is Goldie. He had he's either said Goldilocks or gold is on lock or something like that. And then he said the porridge is watery, and now he's doing a callback all the way to the beginning of that.
Keep them golden weed thieves out the motherfucking forest. As I perform a nerd storm, I prefer my pictures in word form. Bury the hatchet like how a bird born. As I paint cold pictures like Kool-Aid facing condensation, having conversations with flavorful combinations, slave to my concentration. So that's OJ the Juice Man meets OJ with 2 hands and 2 gloves. That's too snug to judge who was who drew blood. And Lupe, look at all these 2 cans.
OJ the Juice Man was on, I believe he was featured on an XXL freshman cover. I forget which one it was. So I don't know if he's shouting him out because he produced this. Because I think Lupe was on that same. It was a Lupe, B.O.B. I don't know if T.I. was on that one or if he had just signed B.O.B. But point being, I believe Lupe and B.O.B. were on the same XXL cover. And I know this. You guys are going to be like, oh, he fucking listened to it before. No. I know this because that was my first introduction to hip hop right around that time, and I believe they were all on the same XXL cover, and they did a bunch of collabs. And so he's shouting him out, but he said OJ the Juice. This is OJ the Juice Man meets OJ with 2 gloves and 2 hands. Is that what it was, man? Too many Toucan Sams. Is that what's coming next? Because I cut it right off right before Toucan, and then I'm assuming Sam's maybe. Sam Hills. Let's see where he goes, dude. Jesus Christ. Fuck me.
Too snug to judge who was who drew blood. And Lupe, look at all these 2 cans in a cemetery full of tomahawks, giving middle fingers to the pigeons doing somersaults. Road runners don't fall off cliffs, they run across anomalies by the colony, flukes by the reservoir. While pursuers end up as poofs on the desert floor. Levitating youths who know the truth of where the fountain hides. Buckaroo roofs painting tunnels onto the mountainsides. 1,000 parts a pound, a heart, an ounce of eyes, announcing out a doubt, and mouth pronounces out accounts of lies. Chocolate counts by the counts of 5. Refrigerator roof full of animals and monsters. Incinerator shoots in the manual for Contra. Assorted memories from my childhood. Absorbing energy from the wild woods. Electronic combat, Konami signed contract. Chinese chalk killing cucarachas on contact. Chicago, spread gun aficionado. Efficient spitting, bridging divisions isn't Chicano. Who's the boss? If it isn't Lissa Milano. Do the cough, ninja mission into the Congo. Polar.
Man, so he shouted out Chicago. And then he had a line about spraying down in division isn't Chicano. But Chicano, I believe, is a term for an American Mexican. Correct me if I'm wrong. It might be more ambiguous towards just any Hispanic American. Somebody who immigrates to the United States who is of Hispanic origin. But I believe Chicano is specifically for Mexicans who come to the U.S. And then Milano is I want to say that's a slang for a light-skinned African American. So he's referencing a few different racial factors in there too, man. I'm gonna have to give this a re-listen to really break it all down, man. But damn.
If it isn't Lissa Milano, do the cough, ninja mission into the Congo. Polarized envy of the older guys. Black Obi Shinobi hitting Keno in the face with all my throwing knives. Sub-Zero guiding, hiding, riding in the pack as well. Sound Village, Leaf Village, Wolf Spirit, magic spells. Yeah. Dodging rain and catching hell. Face seers need samurais to catch the L. Special research vessels made for catching whales. Fillet of fish, ship, sea shepherd, peppered with extra sails. Rewrite history, liberty needs a better bell. Maybe harder irons and carbon fibers that never fail. Smarter science mixed with an art alliance, a fairy tale. Or maybe just a metal pail you hit with steel tools to announce you've had enough and dropping out of SEAL school. Just like trout jumping out they house to let they gills cool.
What, dude? I'm catching the Navy SEAL reference.
With our art lions, a fairy tale, or maybe just a metal pail you hit with steel tools to announce you've had enough and dropping out of SEAL school. Just like trout jumping out.
So we had a reference to Liberty, and then, we need another bell, referring to the Liberty Bell. And then when you drop out of SEAL school, since I believe World War II, they've had a bell that they have to go ring it when they're quitting during Hell Week. And I don't know if it refers to all three phases of SEAL training, but specifically I know during Hell Week they make them ring the bell, and then I want to say they stack their helmets next to the bell is the ritual that to kind of own the fact that you're quitting, and you're literally ringing the bell saying I give up. Man, dude, just so much packed into that one line. It's like, but like if you don't have this education, you might listen to it and on the face value you're like, oh, this sucks, or like, it's not that. But it's like once you realize how many different things he's referencing, man. I mean, a lot of historical and sociocultural references with Lupe Fiasco, but really a lot of references in general. It seems like anytime he takes the time to educate himself about something, he can put that into his rhyme and really get nice doubles, like repetitive doubles and themed rhymes throughout the song, which I really appreciate, man. It's incredibly hard to do. It takes a lot of patience, a lot of thinking. But once you get that skill going, it's something that is like, if you have an educated listener, because I know there are some people who they're not big fans of Lupe Fiasco, and it's like, I mean, I'm not a huge Lupe Fiasco fan, man, but I can catch enough, and I have enough general. I know a little bit about a lot of general things, a very small amount about a lot of general things. And so listening to Lupe, man, I can catch a lot more of those things. And so a lot of people who are really big fans of Lupe are a lot more educated typically, either through Lupe or they're a little more educated in general. And then it gives that deeper sense to his lyrics, because it's not just the face value. Somebody might be like, oh, Liberty and Bell, and then that's all they catch. But it's like he's also making a sociological statement, and that's an undertone for a lot of Lupe's work, man.
They house to let they gills cool. Cuba scuba couldn't take the temperature of my skill pool. Yeah, said it feels cool to kill fools, slipping through the cracks like when you try to grill gruel. Techno Viking water bottle when not following pill rules, will have you off the throttle when you should be modeling chill mood. Roller skate maker, you just cobbling wheel shoes. Overweight taster, king's food that kills crews. Oblivious featherweight baker who autograph cakes whenever his quill moves over your milieu. Simple as a Buddhist monk in the temple, standing in some hill grooves with the abbot, practicing stillness. Real still till he realizes realness. Defeat Samsara, achieves nirvana and brilliance. Yeah.
I recently saw a comment on my channel about Samsara. I don't remember exactly what it was, but they're explaining what it was a reference to. So you guys do that on this thing too, man. If you like the video, feel free to hit like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz, man. But I mean, the long form is going to be way longer than this. I don't know how much of it I'm actually going to, because I could break this down and spend like 6 hours on it, man, to be honest, if I broke down every single thing. But I'll go over the song a few times and just kind of give my analysis and my thoughts on the actual poetic writing, and then maybe comment on some of the sociocultural stuff, man. And history, and like, he'll throw some science references in there too, man. So I'll do my best with this one. But wow, yeah, beautiful piece of work, man. Lupe Fiasco, I really haven't followed his newer discography, but I might have to do a little bit of a dive in on that on the channel too. I go off on these little rabbit holes into different artists, man. So I'll wrap this one up, man. Once again, hit like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz, man. You're all appreciated on the channel, so appreciated on the channel. I need to speaking I ain't too great at speaking, man. I'll wrap this one up. Thank you guys for watching.